'Cause you got stuck in my mind, stuck in my mind, stuck in my mind. I thought I'd...
Okay, class, good morning. It's very early here, but I'm going to show you today how to create curved text in Canva. And so to do that, we're going to come up here and hit the Create a Design button. And we're going to give it a size. That's always your first step. Typically, I do a lot of social media images with Canva, so I would tend to stay in the 1080 by 1920 place because that is good for Twitter, it's good for LinkedIn, it's good for a lot of different sizes. So I'm going to hit Create New Design, and so that's going to make your standard like TikTok size canvas that you can basically play around with. And then what happens over here is that Canva is going to give you a lot of templates that you can use in the design section that's going to meet your specs. And so just know that if you click any of these templates, it's going to overwrite anything that you have in your canvas. And so you're welcome to use them. They have a lot of good options that are over here that you can pick from. You can basically scroll through those and see that. But what I'm going to be looking for is over here in the Elements section. So I'm going to come over here to Elements, and I'm going to look for, something that I can basically use. And I can do photos. Let's look for a happy person, happy face. And I'm going to look through the photos section, see how you can come over here and select See All, because you basically have several different options that are presented to you, graphics, photos, videos, and frames, and audio. So I'm going to come over here to the photos, and I'm going to click See All, and I'm going to look for a happy person. Oh, this girl looks really happy. Okay, so I'm going to put her on the page now, and I'm going to drag this out a little bit and make it fit my canvas. And so now she's on there. Okay, so now I want to add my curved text. So I'm going to come over here to the text section, and I'm going to click. And you basically, I have not set up my brand fonts yet for my brand kit, because there's a way that you can set up your Canva to basically have different brands that you're using, so you can set default fonts for some of those. So that's not set up yet for a reason, because I basically want to show you how you would do it manually. So you're going to come over here, you can hit a heading, a subheading, and body text. And what this is, just so you know, is called a text hierarchy. So anytime you're in a document like Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or whatever the case may be, you typically have a text hierarchy that's already set up for you, and you just click like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, whatever. So is this the same concept, but it's over here. You just click heading, subheading, or body text. Okay, so I'm going to hit heading, and I'm going to change this to beauty for you. Okay, so now I have that text on my page. And then to curve this text, I'm going to come up here to the effects option, and I'm going to come over here to curve, and now I see that the text is curved. Now I can come over here and click this again, and stretch this down a little bit so it's kind of not as intense as it initially was. And then I can click and drag this. Actually, what would be kind of a cute effect for this particular image, or this particular design, is to curve it around the side of her head. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to click away from it so that it goes ahead and like locks it in position. Okay, so then I'm going to click it again, and see now this adjustment button is here. So I can come over here and I can adjust that as needed. And I kind of like it like that. I like it like this. And there you go. So now I have that text selected on here. So now let's take it a little bit further and let's change the colors, and I'm going to change whether or not it's capitalized, or in this case, like this text right here is what's called camel case. So it means that it's upper and lower case, like typically how you would typically write like a document or something like that. So that's what's called camel case, but I'm going to change it. So let's come over here to color. And what Canva does is any photo that you have put onto your canvas, they're going to grab the colors from. And that can be a little tip and trick that I might show you in another video, because you can basically put a photo on your page that you like the colors of and the color scheme, and you can take the opacity down and still get the colors. So I'll show you that in another video. But anyways, for now, let's go ahead and change this to that darker brown that makes it kind of look like it fits into the image. But it's still bold enough and it's still contrasted enough to the pink that's on the background. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make this all uppercase. So to do it all uppercase, I just hit this button right here that says uppercase, and now that text is uppercase. Now, of course, when I make these changes, sometimes it adjusts like the scaling and the look of the text. So we might have to go back into it and adjust it. So I just clicked into it. I'm going to hit Control A to select all the text, and I might come down a little bit on the font size, and I might come back into the effects so that I can adjust that down a little bit again and make it work for me. So now I'm kind of happy with that now. I think that looks pretty good. I could definitely play with it a little bit more, but anyways, that is one of the ways that you can add text to your layout. Now, I do want to show you up here in the upper right hand corner, Canva went ahead, it was called Untitled up here because I hadn't given it a name yet, but as soon as I started typing text on the page, Canva was like, oh, okay, this is what you want to name this. And that may or may not be what you want to call it. So to change that, you come up here in the upper right hand corner and you change it to file. I'm just going to put file name because that is ultimately what this will become, and I'm going to hit enter. And then to get this design out of Canva, I have to take a second step. Now I can share the document with someone, or I can download it to my computer. Most graphic designers actually want the finished product on their computer, so I'm going to hit share and I'm going to hit download. And here I have several different options, and you have to know what you're after in order to know, what type of file you want or whatever. So this particular design does not have any transparency, which would be the only reason why I would pick PNG. So I don't necessarily want that. I'm going to come up here to JPEG and select JPEG. And then I'm going to pick the slider quality to go all the way up. And then I'm going to hit download. And it will give it just a second. But now that file is on my computer, and it's called, it's on my other screen, it's called file name. So that is how you would find that document on your computer. And I'll also show you where it goes on your computer. So it goes under my download section as file name. So that's how you find all of your content that you create on Canva. All right, well, that's enough for today. I hope you learned how to make curved text with me today and how to export your files out of Canva as a JPEG. All right, have a nice day, and I will see you in class.
'Cause you got stuck in my mind, stuck in my mind, stuck in my mind. I thought I'd